Assalamualaikum everyone. Our project is about parchment paper. It comes from Surah At-Tur, which mentions scrolls of animal skin. Over time, it changed into the parchment paper we use today.
Surah At-Tur. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa kitabim mastur fi raqqim manshur. And by a book inscribed in parchment spread open. Verse 2 to 3.
Parchment versus parchment paper. Let's take a look at how it changed from animal skins to the modern parchment paper we use today. Long ago, parchment was made from animal skins like sheep or goats. People clean, stretch, and scrape the skin to make it smooth for writing. It was strong and could last for many years.
Later on, people started making paper from plants, especially tree fibers called cellulose. In the 1800s, scientists treated this plant paper with acid to create parchment paper. It looked and felt like animal parchment, but was cheaper, easier to make, and more eco-friendly.
Now, we will be moving on to the active compound of parchment, which is cellulose. Its IUPAC name is 1,2,4-beta-D-glucopyrrose. As you can see in the diagram, it only shows 2 units of glucose, but in reality, cellulose is a polysaccharide made up of a long chain of glucose units. The bond between them is called a beta-1,2,4 glycosidic linkage, which gives cellulose its strength and contributes to the durability of parchment.
For the chemical reaction in parchment is esterification reaction. This reaction occurs in the presence of sulfuric acid and heat. As we know, when alcohol will react with a carboxylic acid to form an ester and water. So, this reaction starts with a cellulose compound which is 1,2,4-beta-D-glucopyranose that will react with acetic acid which is ethanoic acid. This will produce cellulose acetate which is 1,2-methylpropyl imidazole 4,5-C-chlorinoline 4-amine and water.
Now, let's move on to the application. For our application, we were inspired by the mention of parchment in Surah At-Tur, verses 2 and 3. These verses talk about sacred writings on parchment, showing how important it was in the past. In ancient times, parchment was made from animal skin and used to write religious texts, literature, and important manuscripts. Later, people started using plant fibers like cellulose to create parchment paper, which is more affordable and eco-friendly. Today, parchment is still used in universities for diplomas and certificates because it symbolizes tradition and honor. It also used in art and craft projects like calligraphy, decorative scrolls, invitation, and high-quality stationery. In the kitchen, baking parchment paper is common. It's made from plant fibers, heat-resistant, and helps prevent food from sticking. So, from holy scrolls in the past to practical uses today, parchment has truly evolved, and that's what our project is all about.
Here are some references we used to complete this task. That's all from us. Thank you for watching.